What's up, everybody? And today we are reacting to Space Chiefs make a shocking alien confession. This is the infographic show. It came out in December. Excited to watch this. With all this talk about aliens recently, with, you know, the videos that I reacted to a long time ago, I've been pondering on it a little bit. And do I think these, if you haven't seen it, these videos that looks like little Tic Tacs, and the Air Force caught them. And I've seen a few interviews with the guy who, you know, caught them and was looking at them, and he seems genuine. He doesn't seem like a nutter, and he seems to believe that this is technology that we don't have on this planet. So if he's someone who flies these planes and the you know, he knows this much about the aerospace, and he makes them claims, then, you know, I'm not going to go against him. I'm going to probably say he's right. But do I think they're aliens? I don't know. I'm starting to get a bit on the hype train and hope they are aliens, to be honest with you. But we will see. But anyway, let's watch this one by the infographic show. I'll leave a link down below to the OG video for this as well. Make sure you go over there, give it a good old cheeky thumbs up and all that good stuff, okay? But let's watch this.
Mars, a cold, lifeless place. Yet just a few meters beneath the surface, a secret underground base hums with activity. American astronauts walk the hallways of this secret base, talking and exchanging research notes with aliens from another planet.
All right, I'm going to stop you there. That would be cool AF, but I don't believe it any second. A lot of people, and I've said this, I think I've said this before in videos before, a lot of people think the government are hiding a lot of stuff. I don't think the government's smart enough to hide that amount of information from us. I'm sure they hide some stuff from us, granted, but I don't think they're smart enough to do stuff like this without anything leaking. I really don't.
This might sound like the opening to a fantasy novel, but according to one of the most credible individuals in the world, it's our present-day reality. Dr. Haim Eshed is not a backwoods country bumpkin talking about strange lights in the sky and little green men putting probes where the sun doesn't shine. He's one of the most respected men in Israel and America both. A former general in the Israeli military, he's also the co-founder of Israel's space agency and considered a national hero for his efforts to launch Israel into the space age. More on that, he's a professor of aeronautics and astronautics and a member of the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics.
So this guy knows his stuff, is pretty smart and well-renowned. That's pretty impressive.
As far as credentials go, short of being president, he can't get any better.
Yeah.
And he has one message for the world. Revealed in a shocking interview in early December 2020, aliens are real and the American and Israeli governments are cooperating with them. According to Dr. Eshed, aliens representing a galactic federation of like-minded species have made contact with at least two governments on Earth, the Israeli and American governments. At this time, it's unknown if other governments are involved and that it's likely Israel's involvement is due to American cooperation, which would mean the other close U.S. allies such as Britain and France are also likely aware of the existence of the...
Okay, so this is the thing, right? This is where it's that, in my opinion, these theories start to fall apart. This guy gave this information out. I'm sure the people who know about, if this is, so let's pretend this is real, right? The people who do know about this are going to be super high up. But if so many countries know about this, there's going to be a lot of people that actually understand what's going on, right? And it's going to leak. It's going to leak. Now, we've got this one guy, but surely there's other people. Surely there's a bunch of other people where it's like, actually, it's pretty much right. Or are they scared they're going to get killed or something? I don't know. But I don't know. Like, I feel like when there's so many people that are in on something, it starts to fall apart. Do you know what I mean? I think that's my theory to it. But then again, on the other side of it, you get companies like Rockstar who make, you know, Grand Theft Auto, have been working on the game for years, and nobody knows anything about it. So people can keep secrets.
These extraterrestrials. Don't worry, these aliens aren't here to eat your brains. Instead, they're curious about humanity and awaiting a time when humanity is mature enough to join their galactic federation of allied species who share the ultimate goal of understanding the universe.
Oh, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of an alien boy club where we just talk about space and stuff. I want to be part of that.
Well, admittedly, that's exactly what brain-eating space aliens would want you to believe.
It's true.
But according to Dr. Eshed, their intentions are so far peaceful. In fact, cooperation agreements have already been signed between the U.S. and these aliens, resulting in a research laboratory on Mars itself where American astronauts work side by side with extraterrestrials. Current President Donald Trump, as of this writing, not only knows about the existence of these aliens, he nearly revealed their existence publicly, but was warned not to due to concerns over mass hysteria. Surprisingly, if Dr. Ashed's claims are true, it's the one piece of advice Donald Trump seems to have listened to.
Nah, he would have let it slip. He would have let it slip.
So, wait, is this for real? Let's explore the reasons why this claim is likely a fabrication,
Yeah.
and why it might actually be real. As you'll soon see, Dr. Ashed is far from the only high-level, credible individual to have come out making a startlingly similar claim.
Okay.
First, let's investigate why this claim is likely false. Dr. Haim Eshed is certainly a credible witness as far as qualifications go, yet he is currently selling a book dedicated at least in part to his claims of extraterrestrial contact. That can't help but cast aspirations on his claim of space aliens. As the old saying goes, it can be hard to trust a man with a book to sell.
Yeah.
In both the United States and Israel, though, there's another saying amongst the intelligence communities responsible for both protecting each nation's highest national secrets and discovering those of the enemies. And that saying is that aliens make great cover stories. A US CIA agent once famously said, "I love UFO stories because as long as people look up into the sky and see something weird and they're thinking alien spacecraft, they're not thinking secret US plane."
That's also true. It could be technology that we're just not aware of. That's also true.
This idea is pretty sound, and the fact is that it now has been proven that many UFO sightings over the years have in fact been sightings of aircrafts such as the American F-117 stealth fighter, the B-2 stealth bomber, and specially modified Black Hawk helicopters used by Special Operations Forces. Especially true when those aircraft are still in their secret design and testing phases and not quite yet public knowledge. The simple truth is that aliens make for a great cover story for secret government programs, and that leads us back to Dr. Haim Eshed.
It's true. Like, you see something that you don't know what it is, then for the most part, you just go to what your brain believes, which, you know, if you see something floating in the sky and you're like, what is that? Aliens, right? There's something that pops into your head because you've seen movies, you've read books about it, comics, whatever. Like, if you see a big round disc in the sky, that's the first thing that your mind goes to, isn't it? If you see a weird shaped, something that isn't like the usual shape of a plane or a helicopter or anything like that, instantly your brain goes to the extreme.
Dr. Ashed has a career in Israeli military, attaining the rank of general. He also helped found the Israeli space program, a vital element of the Israeli intelligence apparatus, as it was largely geared toward establishing a space-based military and surveillance infrastructure. For a country with as many enemies as Israel, a robust space capability is of the utmost importance. While Dr. Ashed may not have been directly employed by Israel's intelligence agencies, he was no doubt heavily in support of them in his duties with Israel's space agency. Given the extremely crafty nature of Israeli intelligence operations, amongst the most legendary in the world, it's not at all unbelievable that Dr. Haim Eshed is merely fulfilling one final task on behalf of the American and Israeli intelligence services, disseminating disinformation to act as a cover story for current and future secret programs.
Yeah, it could just be throwing out misinformation, propaganda. That could be one of the biggest reasons for this, to be honest with you.
As he has himself stated publicly, he's 87 years old and no longer cares about his reputation.
87?
The claims of human-alien cooperation are also dubious at best. According to Dr. Ashed, American astronauts work side by side with aliens in a secret base on Mars, conducting research together. If an alien species is intelligent enough to cross the galaxy and get to us in a timely fashion, then what possible use are humans to them in conducting research?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, what would we bring to the table in this alien kind of club? You know, what would we bring to the table? Probably not much, to be fair. We know probably little bits and bobs they might not know because we're a different species, but other than that, it's like you look at bugs and ants and animals, like, we can understand their behavior and know what they're doing and why they're doing it pretty easily. We don't go and see an animal and we're like, oh my god, I never, like, they've just figured out something we've been trying to figure out for years. Like, that doesn't really happen, you know? So yeah, what would we bring to the table?
Even their calculators would be smarter than us. Having humans assist spacefaring aliens in research would be like inviting a wild chimpanzee into a research lab to help develop a COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
Given humanity's behavior throughout 2020, both scenarios would likely involve equal amounts of poop throwing. But what if the claims are real? Well, there might be quite a lot of factors proving Dr. Eshed's story is actually true. First, we have Dr. Haim Eshed himself, a career military professional, co-founder of a space agency, respected academic, and no history of mental illness or delusions.
It is weird when you get these people who are really high up who make these bold claims, and it's really strange.
He served with the Israeli space program for nearly 30 years, receiving the Israeli Defense Award 3 times, twice for technological inventions that remain classified to this day. The doctor is clearly intelligent and possesses a high amount of integrity. Nobody lasts as long as he has in high-security clearance work without impeccable integrity. In short, if anyone was gonna leak the news that aliens are real, then Dr. Eshed is quite literally the perfect, most trustworthy candidate to do so. The only possible way this announcement could have been more believable is if the claim was made by a serving head of state themselves in an official capacity.
Right.
What we have here is one step short of the perfect witness, which makes it curious that his claims are so easily dismissed. Ask yourself the question, who would you believe if not a man of Dr. Eshed's qualifications? But Dr. Eshed
he's also 87. Like, I don't know.
Isn't alone in his belief of extraterrestrials. In a 2014 interview with Jimmy Kimmel, former President Bill Clinton said that he wouldn't be surprised if aliens visited the Earth. However, he denied knowledge of actual aliens recovered from Roswell or being held in Area 51. He's hardly the only member of his administration with a belief in aliens, though, with John Podesta, President Clinton's former chief of staff, making his belief in visiting extraterrestrials very public. But much as his former boss, stopping short of confirming any knowledge in government involvement. Two of the most shocking claims of aliens visiting Earth, however, come from political leaders in Canada and Russia. In 1997, Kirsan Ilumzhinov, head of the Russian-controlled Republic of Kalmykia, said that he was shocked to discover a hovering UFO right outside his balcony. The aliens flew Ilumzhinov to space and showed him the truth about UFOs. His claims prompted a bit of political panic in Russia, with some questioning his fitness to remain in office.
Yeah, you're making claims like that, people are going to be like, should he be president? I don't know.
Though, curiously, some of Russia's Duma members were concerned with the potential leaking of classified state secrets to alien beings. It asked for a direction on how to properly respond if approached by extraterrestrials. Perhaps even more shocking, though, might be the revelation of one of Canada's former defense ministers. Until today, the highest-ranked state official to reveal the potential existence of alien life on Earth. Serving from
former defense minister, and he's making these claims? That's pretty nuts.
1963 to 67 as a defense minister for America's polite top hat, Paul Hellyer shocked the world during a speech at the University of Calgary. Mr. Hellyer claims that aliens have been visiting Earth for thousands of years, and perhaps unsurprisingly don't seem particularly impressed with humanity.
Yeah.
According to him, the aliens' chief critique of humanity is that we spend entirely too much time fighting each other, spend too much money on our militaries, and not enough on feeding the poor and helping sick people.
Could he just be saying that, though, to push agenda, political agenda, maybe? I don't know.
According to Hellyer, aliens even walk amongst us, with up to 80 different species visiting the Earth, and some looking so human that we don't even notice. The good news is that most of the aliens seem to be benevolent and concerned over our previous use of nuclear weapons, and that we might use them again in the future. Generally concerned over humanity's future, the aliens are waiting for humanity to mature before sharing advanced technology with us.
I just want it to be real. I really do.
However, several species have outright hostile intentions that we need to be wary of, though he declined to share any specifics on those evil aliens.
I want to know.
Both of our previous figures have been painted as crackpots in the media, but our next witness is a real American hero, and one of the few men to ever set foot on another heavenly body, with man-made technology anyway. Astronaut Edgar D. Mitchell is famous for landing on the moon and helping save the lives of all aboard the Apollo 14 mission as it descended to the moon's surface. However, in recent years, he's also come out with claims that aliens are not just real, but actively involved in monitoring mankind. Unlike other leakers, Mitchell, however, stopped short of claiming close cooperation between aliens and world governments, and has never claimed to have met one himself. Instead, Mitchell claims that his experience in both the US Air Force and NASA put him in contact with many individuals all telling the same story.
Interesting.
UFOs have been closely monitoring humanity, and especially its nuclear weapons.
It would make
in fact,
sense.
He believes that their goal has been to avert a nuclear war between the US and Russia, or then the Soviet Union.
So I saw a video where they were talking about how there was a bunch of nukes shut down for no reason, all at the same time, while there was also reports of flying objects above them, which is baffling if that's true.
Mitchell's claims aren't solitary either. Over the years, dozens of nuclear facility and nuclear missile silo security, maintenance, and launch personnel have come forward, all claiming to have witnessed UFOs over nuclear facilities, and at times even shutting down nuclear missiles.
Yep, I've heard about this.
The writer and researcher of this episode, having been former military and with a high security clearance, can confirm multiple sightings of UFOs over a nuclear facility, though has to stress that these were true UFOs, as in unidentified flying objects.
Yeah.
Not necessarily of an alien origin, simply unknown. Something seems to be out there, but whether it's alien or not remains undecided. Certainly evidence is mounting, however, that somebody on Earth is flying craft with unusual flight characteristics, as shown in now multiple videos declassified by the US Navy of their aircraft in pursuit of UFOs. But if these craft are truly alien or not remains unknown, though perhaps Dr. Haim Eshed has had the answer all along. The true mystery, however, might be why a man with such impeccable credentials as Dr. Eshed is willing to risk his reputation on such outlandish claims.
Yeah.
The truth isn't out there, it's right here.
All right, guys. So what do I think about this? I want to believe, I really do. It could be true, right? It could be true. I think at this point with this evidence, there's something going on that we're not aware of. That's the most important thing. There is some sort of craft flying about, and the US has no idea what it is. What other military can be even close to that technology around the world? And to be honest, none. China's not there. Russia's not there. Europe's not there. It would have to be the US, because the US has the biggest funding into the military. And they don't understand what these things are flying about. So, I mean, it would make sense aliens. And it's such a strange time that we're in as well, with the whole kind of 2020 and coming into 2021 now with the pandemic and stuff. And like all this is going on. Like, I don't know. It just seems a lot of bizarre stuff. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you believe in it? I'm starting to lean towards more yes than no now, which is weird for me, because I'm a super skeptical person, but I'm starting to believe, guys. I am. Am I silly for that? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, I'd love to know your opinion, if you think that I'm going nuts here, or whether you're actually starting to get on board like I am, because it's starting to get so compelling. It's hard to kind of it's as if like pulling at strings to say that it's not real is harder now than just saying it is. Do you get what I'm saying? So let me know in the comments what you think. But for now, members, you're amazing. I love you. I couldn't do this without you. I honestly couldn't make videos every single day if it wasn't for these members right here. So thank you for supporting the channel as much as you do. I truly, 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 truly appreciate it. Links down below to all my socials, including the 2 YouTube channels, Original Human Geek, where we play D&D, and Original Adventures, where me and my wife are converting a US school bus and traveling the United States. Obviously, I'll leave a link down below to the original video as well. Until next time, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.